Throughout the history of computing, users have faced two challenges: operator systems obsolescence and interoperability. In the early years, computer operators solved these problems. Today, we're all computer operators. The Internet is the most successful communications tool in the history of mankind. Much of the code was written without knowledge or concern about the negative impact serving invalid code has on image and reputation of the owner in today's transparent world. The Internet reaches over 30% of the world's population in over 60 languages, yet all of the devices speak binary. All computers have one thing in common regardless of the age, type, make, or model: the binary code, the code that controls how content is displayed by the browser. Website statistics reveal transparency and visibility facts about the advertising spin never envisioned by management. Google, the company that disrupted the advertising sector, has more repeat than new revenue, and Facebook knows more about its users than any organization in the history of mankind. Stickiness is the amount of time people stay on a website. On average, half of the hits, people and robots, exit in the first 30 seconds. Robots exit if they cannot process the code. People exit if the content is not displayed in, say, 10 seconds. All web pages have two parts: source code and content, or skin. Content is text, pictures, audio, and video served static or dynamically. Today, many users are uninformed about the effect valid source code has on the website statistics. Source code should be validated with different browsers because the best surprise is no surprise. Here are 5 milestones in the 75-year history of computing that make it possible to surf the net today. Here are 5 milestones in the history of computing that caused an increase in the computer user base. The introduction of the personal computer in the homes changed the knowledge model because kids learned to use computers on their own and pass their knowledge to each other and not to the old. The old ask, how did it start? The young ask, what can it do? Websites convert presentations to code and maintain that code on servers. Internet search engines discover and catalog server content for inquiries by desktop and mobile devices. Today, there are more mobile devices than desktops, yet many websites are not mobile-friendly, despite the fact that when mobile users call, they are ready to take action. Over 80% of the world's population has cell phones, 20% are smartphones, and over 2 billion desktops have access to the Internet. The challenge is serving valid code because over 120 different versions of the 5 popular browsers are supported. The landscape is changing fast, and the same 2 companies competing since 1975 control the game. The desktop browser market leader is Microsoft's Internet Explorer, and Apple's Safari dominates the mobile browser share. Google is in 3rd place, and Facebook has the stickiest website on the Internet. Today, computers are small, portable, and powerful. The Apple devices have more power than mainframes, big iron, just a few years ago. With a 1 gigahertz clock speed, that's 1 billion cycles in 1 second, and 1 gigabyte of memory, that's 1 billion bytes, the equivalent of storing 2,000 4-drawer file cabinets full of paper, and 84 megabyte removable solid-state devices for less than $1,000. Today, hardware is assumed, and users don't have a clue about the configuration, and software rules the game. The World Wide Web Consortium created the code for the Internet in 1990, and today they have tools for validation to ensure user access. A validator is a software program that can check your web page against the web standards, in the same way a spell checker checks your spelling to correct words. The scope of the validation source code audit includes tests with facts revealing errors, warnings, and mobile friendliness for each web page. Errors are identified for correction by the website's coders. Source code errors and warnings are displayed by line item for programmers to correct the errors in the code for content discovery and browser compatibility. We assume coding errors will be corrected by the website owners that value image, reputation, and brand, and new code will require W3C validation. Comparing validation results reveals clues to improve the return on the advertising spend investment. A random survey of websites today reveals the quality of the source code can be improved. www.auditcharts.com has conducted a survey to find a valid website, and the results are posted on their website.